Hi, this is Lynn from Bypass to a Leaner Lynn with my 28-week update. Um, at any rate, things just popped up on my computer and completely distracted me. But at any rate, I had a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass on October 17th, 2017 at Merit Health River Oaks Hospital in Flowood, Mississippi with Dr. David Carroll. Let me get my stats out. At my highest weight shortly before I went to the clinic, I was 331 pounds. On the day of my surgery, I was 279 pounds. Last week, I came at you at 202.2 pounds. Do you see where I'm going? I went this morning and I was 199.8. Just barely in Wonderland, but I'm there. Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't seen Wonderland in I don't know how many years. I was there very, very briefly in 2007 because it was one of my best weight loss attempts of my entire overweight life. And then my brother had a heart attack, and he's 13 years younger than I am. He's my baby brother. I changed his diapers. And it just blew me out of the water. Um, Number one, we were sitting in the CCU waiting room so much, and it was hard to eat healthy, and there were but it was more psychological. It was like he nearly died. Every medical person that treated him during this time said it was a miracle that he survived. When they admitted him, he had like 10% heart function. They had to put, I can't even think of what it was called now, some kind of a heart pump to pump his heart so that his heart could get a break from doing its own work, really. It was, and the thing is he was working out when it happened. I mean, he was losing weight, and he's 13 years younger than me. It just messed with my mind. I kept thinking, why was it him? I was, he was a few pounds overweight. I had been up to, at that point, my highest weight was 284, which is petite, and golly, it just wiped me out, and I gave up, and after that, I just gained weight so rapidly, and since then, I'd lost, weight off and on, but I don't know, when I went to see my family physician, my PCP, I had already decided that I would not try to lose weight again. I had yo-yoed so much, and of course, when you yo-yo, you always bring along 5 to 10, 20 more friends along with what you lost when you regain. And I just wasn't going to do it again. I had decided, I was 300 and some pounds, and I was just going to be 300 and some pounds. And so this morning when I weighed in, folks, I can't even tell you what being in Wonderland means to me, having lost all this weight. I am down under 200 pounds. It's just, it's just so beyond belief. It just takes the words right out of me. But let me finish this, or I'll really start crying. At any rate, that made it a 2.4 loss for the week. I have lost 79.2 pounds since surgery, and overall, I have lost 131.2 pounds. I can't even begin to describe what that feels like. If anybody is watching this and they're thinking about getting this surgery, do it. Do it. You don't have to get the gastric bypass, get a VSG, um, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Just do something about your weight. You will feel so much better. And it will, I mean, I'm 66, folks. I had this when I was 65 years old. And I don't feel like I'm 66 anymore. I feel like I'm so much younger. And I feel so much better. And I feel so much more like Lynn. I don't feel like this big fat blob, you know? Just do it. Nike says just do it. And I agree with Nike. Just do it. Just do it. You will be so glad you did. But at any rate, I did go see my PCP, who was the one that initially referred me for surgery. In fact, he was the one that got me to do it. When I went to see him with some more orthopedic problems, and he said to me, Lynn, you need weight loss surgery. If you don't do something drastic, you're not going to be able to get out of your chair. Golly, that wasn't what I wanted to hear, and I really wasn't hot on the idea. But I gave it due diligence and I did the research, and I cannot even tell you how grateful I am to him, because I don't think I would have done it if he hadn't said that. I really don't. Um, but at any rate, I had an appointment with him this past Friday, and as I explained in my last video, I have been having just horrible problems with constipation. And so he said, we have got to get this out. And I mean, this is like TMI, I know. But he did say, he said, when you're not going, you're just expanding the rectum, and then it just gets harder and harder to have a bowel movement because there's so much room in there and it takes so much effort. And he said, we have got to get you so that you're going regularly. And so I had been taking Linzess, and it really hadn't done much good, and I was having some gas and some stomach issues, and I thought it was the Linzess, but I guess it wasn't, because he started me back on Linzess this past Friday. Actually, I started Saturday, and he said, go ahead and double that up with either Miralax or milk of magnesia. And I can't stand Miralax, folks. It has a taste, and I can't stand it. You can't disguise it. I just don't like it. And so I decided a moment's worth of torture with milk of magnesia was way better than having to drink 8 ounces of something with Miralax in it. So I'm doing the milk of magnesia, and it has worked, surprisingly enough. I have gone every day since Sunday. Not always a whole lot, but I've gotten it's real. kind of diarrhea like, I don't, it's not diarrhea, but it's pretty loose. But whatever works, because I feel better. I don't feel quite as bloated and everything that I was. And the funny thing is I had done a laxative the day before I went to see him. And he sat there and he said, I want to listen to your stomach. And so he listened. He said, "Wow." So there's a lot going on down there. And I was like, "Oh, you should have heard it yesterday or the day before that, because it was a lot more going on then." I mean, my goodness, I was kind of cleaned out at that point, or sort of, kind of. I don't know, not really, but But at any rate, that seems to be getting better. So he also told me to stop taking my calcium for a week. He said because that can constipate you. And I explained to him the kind of iron I was taking, and he said that should be okay. And so, golly gee, I'm feeling a whole bunch better, and hopefully it will continue to work. I don't, yeah, I'm supposed to go back and see him again, in a couple of months. So, and he said, call him, because he said, if that doesn't work, then we really need to get you to a GI, which I was glad, because the first thing GI I'd want to do would be a colonoscopy. And those are just so not fun, really. And I am having another shot in my back for the back pain. It's better, but she said we might be able to make it even better than it is. So I'm going to get another epidural, another, ooh, that hurts, but I'll survive it. But at any rate, that's all I've got today. And I really just love all of you. I love your support. If you have any questions, I've been doing this for a while and been pretty successful and everything. Of course, we know no two journeys are alike and no two people are the same. And so what worked for me might not work for you, but it might too. At any rate, love you all. I will see you next week, same time, same place. Love you all. Bye.